Richard performed his faith healing on me, I really didn't know what to expect. I was open to the concept, and I just thought I would see what happened. So he laid me down, told me to close my eyes and to relax, which I did. He then, I assume, moved around me. He started at my head, and immediately I got this sensation of warmth in my head. I've never had that before, and I didn't know what it was, and I just stayed there and I relaxed. And he moved around my body, I think, because he came back round to my left side, and that was when I felt a jumping, and it sounded like something had kind of snapped inside me in a good way. And I realized that I had been vomiting about 3 months before, and that was the area where I was having all the pain. So I let that go, and then he moved around me again and went back to my head, I assume, because all of a sudden I got this rushing of heat, as if the heat was being dragged through my scalp and out of my head. So it was a pretty amazing experience. I didn't know if I was going to expect anything, but I'm actually looking forward to another 2 sessions, or 2 or 3 sessions, which I know is what you're supposed to do. So whenever you're available, Richard.
I was a bit skeptical only because of the distance. Richard is in the US and I was in India at that time. And, but I said, let's go ahead, let's try it out. As we started the session, there was a strong tingling sensation all over. It was, I thought it was an itch. It was only when you explained to me the next day that what it was. It was between and then I realized it was more of a tingling sensation. It was all over. It happened on the first day, then, the second day, not as much. A few things. One is Richard had said, a lot of interesting things would happen. All of them have happened. A few very, very pivotal points are, one is that my sleep has been incredibly deep during the time I was doing it, plus a few days later. I was very, very relaxed. I don't know when was the last time I slept so peacefully, so deeply. I don't know if this was saying much, but I've been able to notice the smaller things in life, the granular parts. Sometimes life feels like it has been, suddenly switched on to slow motion, where I've become a lot more observant, watching other people's reactions. I don't know if considerate is the right word, but, trying to put myself in the other person's moccasins. And but sleep has been incredible and a lot more relaxed. The last 2 years were very turbulent, but so I've not slept peacefully, but this was one session. So it was always a little bit, how do I put it? A little bit sublime, but incredible sessions, highly, highly recommended. I can't wait to have more sessions with Richard. And wish you all the best, Richard, and I'm looking forward to many, many more sessions. Thank you.
The first session was at night, and it was dark, and the curtains were closed, and there was just some soft music, and I was told to just relax and see what happened. And for me, pretty quickly into it, I felt this warmth down my right shoulder, right arm, right chest, and it was a very obvious feeling that stayed with me the whole time. I think that we were doing this for approximately a half an hour, and then the next thing that happened was I thought that my son upstairs had turned on the light, because a bright flash of light came across my eyes. And then I realized it couldn't be, because the light was coming in a straight line just halfway down my eyes. And whilst I was thinking about what was happening, because I do have a problem, especially in my right eye, it started to go dark again, and then it looked as though I was laying on the grass looking up at the stars, only it was thousands of little white specks, almost like polka dots, but hundreds of them, and very dark in the background. And that lasted probably another 30 seconds. And then that was more or less it. But for me, both of those things were significant because I have a problem. I've had previous breast cancer on the right side and a problem with my right eye. And all of the feelings were in places where I had an issue. And it wasn't something I was thinking about at the time.